Hi, it is iYikKam time again. So today I'd like to share with you on Qigong. So once for all, I'd like you guys to have a good grasp on what is going on. Okay. So this inspirations of me to sharing with you comes up when this book is for supporting the UK Wing Chun gathering, okay? And then I start to get attacked as usual, right? And some even wrote like this, okay? So you can freeze your screen to look at it. So it said, your writing about being open can be found in B.K. Francis' work. He is a Taoist master. Your comments about being light can be found in Yang Tai Chi family secret transmission. The breathing element you described can be found in Mantak Chia's work. Well, is that true? The issue here is what I want to reveal to you. Most people reading books, they think they know, they read their own mind, and they do not read what I wrote in the books, and they have no idea what it is. Thus, it get all this thing, okay? And the more people wrote me on this kind of stuff, the more I know they have no idea on what is Qigong, being they call themselves Sifu or Grandmaster, training in internet or whatever, okay? Today I want to reveal to you so that you know once for all, and you know who is real, who is selling snake oils, okay? Now, in today's language, the Qigong practice is the skill to manage the physiology states. So the number one thing one need to know on Qigong is not to debate on Qi, to talk about what is Qi, life force, whole bunch of stuff, and oh, you know, this the people wrote in his book, that people wrote in this book, all this thing, okay? Because Qigong is not about literature discussions, okay? It's not about that. Qigong is about the skill to manage human physiology state, okay? And in order to manage human physiology state, one need to know the state, how to get to the state, and the sequence of how the states by states development. It's not like this guy is saying that, oh, you know, your book, being open can be found by this guy, and the light can be, is completely missing the point, because the key on Qigong is the skill to manage the physiology state. Okay, so again, one need to know what kind of state, one need to know how to get into it, and one need to know the sequence of one state after the other state. If one have no idea of this, forget about it. They cannot develop anything. Okay? And there are many people in Qigong, they say, well, I want to go to Western study and this. But if you don't know about the physiology state, you do not know how to get in there, you do not know the sequence, you can go to the lab and then you can do all kinds of stuff, you still don't know. Okay? And by the way, when I'm saying that enter into a physiology state, that is an entry into that state, and how long you can stay in that state, and then exit of the state. For example, when you are sleeping, you enter into a sleeping state, and then you sleep. That is where you reside in the state, and then when you wake up, you are actually exit that state. Okay, and using the same example of sleeping, you don't think, you don't read book, oh, This guy write this in this book, and that is what it is. No, when you sleep, tonight when you go to sleep, you see how you sleep. Do you think? Or you just enter into the state? So Qigong is about that. Okay, you have to have the skill to enter into that particular state to achieve what you want to do. Okay, now. So I want to share with you, number one, there's 4 key words here where you need to know. This will screen out right away who is bullshitting and who really knows Qigong. Okay? We are in the Western world where rely on scientific, and these things are all scientific. So this is the 4 keywords. The first word, this is Qi. Okay, this is a Chinese character Qi. The second word, this is also a Chinese character of Qi. And when people talk Qigong, you got to be watch out. You need to know, is this Qi or is this Qi? Because they belong to different physiology state. In order to develop this and develop this, you need different physiology state. Either you enter into the state, or you know how the state is about. You develop your Qigong within that state. Okay? So this Qi, okay? So this is not like you watch TV or in YouTube or anybody say, Qi, Qigong, Qi is the nature force or life force or whatever. When people say that, you know they have no idea what it is. And I'm going to go through the details what it is for you. So once for all, you know it is, okay? And then there are 2 words here. This is called lian, meaning practice or circulate. This is mean yang or grow. Okay, this is 2 operations you use in while in the practicing of Qigong or development of your Qi. Okay, they are different. This is circulating, this is growing. So in today's words, this is actually the yang or grow is like charging your smartphone battery. This is called lian. It's like circulating your circuits. So they are different. Okay? And you need to have this balance up. So anybody talk about Qigong, just talk about this Qi as usual, and it's being fuzzy without knowing which is which, and have no idea of this lian and yang. You know he doesn't know Qigong, period. Okay? People sometimes practice something, they say, oh, this is internal art. As soon as I do this set, then I have this internal art. You know what? That's bullshit baloney. Because set is doing lian. And if you do not know the differences between these 2 states of what are this physiology state and the Qi, there's no way you can develop anything. And also in Qigong, if you just circulate without grow, it's like you're keeping using your battery, your cell phone battery to power your cell phone, but you never charge it. You end up have a dead battery. So remember again, Qi, this is one type of Qi, this is a second type of Qi. In Qigong, you need to know that because they belong to different physiology state, okay? And you need to be able to get there and working to stay within that state and exit the state. And then whatever you do here, whether in this type of Qi or that type of Qi, you need to know about the circulation. Is it a circulation practice or it is a growing? Okay? So just these 4-letter words, you can screen people. That's why when people talk to me in a forum or challenge me or saying mean thing, I just look at their question. I know they know what they are talking about, or they are full of it. It's very simple. If you have developed the physiology state and you know exactly what it is, you know clearly what it is. It's, for example, if you know how to drive from here, San Jose to San Francisco, and you've been there, you know if people bullshit you just by looking at reading the map but have never been in San Francisco. But that's how simple it is. Okay, so let's start. The first thing about this qi. Let's talk about this qi. Okay, this qi, the physiology state of this qi, is actually the natural, smooth, lower abs breathing state. That's all. Okay? So this qi, the physiology state of this qi, is the smooth, natural, long, deep, lower abs breathing state, physiology state. That is qi. That is that qi. So when people saying they are practice Qigong, it means they have to get into that state to practice. Okay, and that's why sometimes people get joke around saying that you are not practicing Qigong, you are practicing Feng Gong. Feng is wind. Why? Because if your breathing is coarse, people know you are not in that Qigong state. No way you can develop anything there. Okay? Now, the second state, this is actually qi, and this is what it called the life force qi, okay, which is the qi flow in your meridians. And in this qi, the Chinese character is saying that there is no fire, 无火, no fire. So what does fire mean? Fire meaning using your mind. Okay? 无火 meaning that you have to drop your thoughts. You have to drop your intention. You have to get into the awareness state. Okay? So that is the physiology state. Now, when people say, oh, I've been using yi to lead qi, you look at him and say, are you bullshitting me? Because using yi to lead qi is mostly this thing. Okay? And then one need to develop this. After they develop this, only then, after they drop their mind into the awareness state, only then they can using intention to lead the qi. But at that time, that intention is different than the intention usually people when before they train. Okay? So that's why there's a saying that what? No yi is the real yi, 无意是真意, meaning that no intention is the real intention, because they are talking about this type of state, no longer this state. Okay? So if you go to a scientist, you say, well, measure my brainwave, measure my breathing pattern, measure my skin resistance. If you do not know this, it is a big joke, because how can you measure something you don't even know? Okay? So this is the problem. So you go, right now I invite you to go to all the YouTube and all this master talk about Qigong. You pay attention, which Qi are they talking about? Is the breathing state type or the no fire? You drop your thought type of the qi. Which one? Now I can tell you further. If you practice the Qigong, which is the lower abs breathing type, and those type will get a result no different than you walk slowly, have a full deep breathing. Okay, as soon as you can get into that Qi state, you know, like the lower abs breathing smooth, and then you're walking, that produce result no different than your Qigong when you say, wow, you know, I have to do this internal set and everything. However, if you do the internal set and you will not be able to get into the lower abs breathing physiology state, all your set playing mean nothing. Okay? So you see, it is very important for you to understand the physiology state, which is which, and how to get into the physiology state. Now, for the second state, which is this state, when one to charge up one's body, for example, when one is super tired, one want to charge up the body, one is going to get into this state. Okay? So it dropped the mind, it dropped everything, and that is where you got the life force, or the body pre-birth energy, or the energy circulations to evoke. Okay, that one you cannot do it with the breathing type. It's a different stuff. And in order to get into this, the no fire, you need to know how to drop the thinking, how to drop the intention, how to drop the visualization. And you want to get into the silence. Otherwise, you cannot do it. For this type of Qi, you can say, okay, I enter the 3B state, as what I put it down there, 3B state. Okay, if anybody want to understand the 3B state, you know, go to my, there's the map. There's about a video about the Wing Chun practice development map there. You know, it's explained there. You get into the 3B state, and that is the Qigong state for the breathing. Okay, for handling this one. Okay. And you practice whatever it is, okay, it will help your body, okay. You can train it like when people talk about this internal training, you know, they do those kind of stuff. However, that is very different from this. This is usually you put in the meditation state. You get into the meditation state, okay, drop the thinking, which is now you drop the fire and you synchronize the awareness with your breathing, okay? And the breathing is not the lower abs breathing anymore. The breathing pattern will be inhale, exhale, rest. Inhale, exhale, rest. Those type of breathing. So over here, your breathing is inhale, exhale, smooth and fine. Over here, your breathing is inhale, exhale. You don't breathe for a long time, and then inhale, exhale, a long time you don't breathe. And it is at that a long time you don't breathe, you don't have thoughts, you have awareness. That is how and where you enter into the samadhi. That is where your body, your physiology, your body, it has the functions to do many things, okay, to repair your body, okay. So when people want to heal sickness, depend on what is the level of their illness. Some can be healed here, the usual thing, okay, like have a cold or anything. But if you have a high blood pressure or anything, then you need to go inside here. And then there's a lot of in-depth Okay, there's level, state, and state level is level of state above. Okay, so it is not like you're sitting down there, you talk about this philosophy of Qi, that philosophy of Qi, and then you will know everything. It's not. And then if there's any stagnations, you use the circulations. And then after you use the circulations, you grow. You let it be and you go. Okay? So this is the facts of the Qi and the Qigong. And there are many ways can do it, but this is the basic. Without this basic, forget about it. We know you don't know Qigong if you do not be able to address this issue. This basic, really basic. Okay? Now, so the questions usually people ask me is about 站桩, standing pose. Well, can you do it? If the teacher say, oh, just standing there. Okay, you hold the ball, and then you will have this Qi and blah, 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 blah. Well, I can tell you, that's nonsense. Because if you don't know where you go, where are you going? Right? Same thing in meditation. If you don't know where you are going, where are you going? If the teacher have no idea where he is going, how is he going to teach you where he's going? So that's why in Qigong, in internal art, whatever, you can read a lot of writing, but it's garbage, rubbish. Because it's like people spinning their mind, speculate on different things. They never really attain the state. And the guy who can attain the state can be able to go to any medical center and have it checked out. Say, well, you check me. I enter into this state, and you see the thing different here? Say, for example, the breathing Qi state, remember? You say, well, you check my physiology state here. So you enter into the breathing Qi development or training state. Usually there's kind of resonance, okay? Then they can check you, can look at your brainwave and so forth. Then you say, okay, now I want to enter into the no fire or drop the thought state or intention state. Then they measure you. They test you. You can see it's a different physiology state. And then with that, due to the different physiology, you have different influence of the body. And don't look at this like a magic, okay? There are multiple layers. Even if you are like you see in the breathing Qi practice, you have multiple state, layer above layer. The same with the no fire Qi state. There's layers and layers. There's no such thing as one size fit all, okay? So I hope that this one I give you a good overview of what's going on. And don't believe anybody if they cannot point out to the physiology state to you. Okay? Because if they do not know how they do not know about the physiology state, they don't know. How can they teach you anything? And right away, if they don't know the physiology state, you know they don't know anything. Okay? Now, speaking of my book, okay, of this book, the reason why it is called 6 core element 13th state, the 13th state, you know that there's 13 physiology state. Now, do I copy some, like this guy saying that it is found in B.K. Francis' works, he's a Taoist master, and the light is found in Yang family, Yang Tai Chi family, secret transmissions, and the breathing is Mantakya works? Let me tell you what it is. He's talking about terms, labels. I'm talking about state. Okay, what is the state, how to get into the state, what the state do. So those type of comment is what I'm saying. When people type those up, I say, oh my God, you have no idea what you're talking about, and you still keep want to debate or argue or attack me. Okay. Now, the 6 core element 13 state is my attainment. Okay. I don't have to play humble to tell you that's my attainment, because I have so many teachers. I go to each teacher, learn different things, and I develop it and attain it, and thus I can say that's my attainment. It is not copy from anybody, it's mine. Okay? But I'm not ego to say, hey, you have to call this is Hendrix stuff. I want to make it a public education. Okay? Because I attain that stuff so I can speak in today's language to share with you. Okay, it got nothing to do with my name. I don't want my name to attach to it. Now, the first 3 states in physical element, the open, the link, and the lightweight. Okay? This is 3 physiology states. And in the book, I show you how to get in every state of this. Okay? Open have its definitions in the physiology and have the way how to get inside there. Link is also have its definitions and the state and how to get there. Lightweight similarly. Okay, so we're dealing with state now, because remember, Qigong means dealing with physiology state. So open is not somebody else open. Lightweight is not somebody else lightweight. Breathing is not somebody else breathing. And in fact, if you look outside there, people say this mantra, song. Oh, you have to be song here, or you have to be open, open. But do you know that the physiology state of the lightweight is based on the link, and the link is based on the open, and open has to be able to let the body open itself instead of using the mind to open it. Anybody who have studied my book properly or have training of 613.3 know open is not using the mind to open it. Okay? So why do I know? It's what I told you. I attain it. And to make it easy for everybody, I break it into these 3 and say, okay, if you do this, you open it. If you do this, you have a link. And then if you do this, you have lightweight. Instead of say, you know, you have to stand in the Zhanzhuang or playing your set with a loose song what? Nobody knows what the heck is going on. And it doesn't talk anything about the physiology state. So you cannot find in any book in this world have this systematic way of like what I show in the books. Okay, that's the physical element. You can go to any book, West or East, you look at that, pay attention to the process to get into every physiology state and the sequence state by state, and you know exactly what it is. Go check any book, see whether you can find it or not. And I can tell you cannot find it. Okay? Now, the second thing is say about the mind element. Okay? The mind element. The mind element, again, is my attainment. Because I attain it, so I categorize the intention visualizations, thinking, and awareness. Again, you can check in any book. They don't do it that way. Okay? Now, as for the three stable state, that is the way how when people want to practice Qigong or to have this no fire state, and then or this Buddhist samadhi, that is how it is. However, that is not Taoist what I'm using. The process I introduce in the mind element is from Surangama Sutta. It's Buddhist Surangama Sutta. It is using the Buddhist Surangama technology. So if anybody like this guy saying that, oh, you're copying the Taoist guy, the Xingyi, Tai Chi, and Qigong, that's called BS. It is Surangama. Buddhist, Zen Buddhist top sutra practice, Surangama. Where do I learn those things? Remember, I have a lot of many Zen patriarchs, teacher, Buddhist monk. Okay? So that's got nothing to do with Taoist. The third one, the breathing. The breathing I'm talking about belongs to the Chinese teaching of Buddhism about 1,400 years ago. And that Buddhist teaching is based on what? Anapanasati. And it is that Anapanasati where the Buddhist teach his student to get into samadhi. Okay? So again, sorry, this is not Mandaja Taoist stuff. This is not Yang Tai Chi stuff. And this is not Francis stuff. Okay? And I do not say they do not know their thing. But their is their stuff. Mine is mine stuff. And this is all based on solid Buddhism practice. And the practice which has been practiced for thousands of years. Okay? So, if you read Surangama Sutta, you can read about the state, which is a physiology state, psychological state, state by state. If you read Anapanasati, study Anapanasati, that is also state by state. Okay? And you want to talk about this open state of the physical body and the link state and the lightweight state. You look at people who follow what I am presenting on this open, link, and light. How many hours they be able to get it? If you look at the people who practice like internal art sets and this set, you look at people who practice their lifetime, do they really exactly know which state they are in? That's how simple it is. Today, we are in a modern society and modern world, high-tech world. We need to have a systematic, well-defined, scientific processes, which is what is in that book. So it is the ancient technology. I present it with the modern science, and of course I have to attain it in order to be able to tell you what it is. Otherwise, how am I going to teach you? Okay? So that's what the book is about. So are you saying that the book is the ultimate? No. That is just the basic. Okay? So whatever it is, my goal of writing that books is so that it make it clear and easy for people to develop the skill of managing the physiology state. That's why it's called 6, 13, 3. 13 is the 13th state. Okay? So this is what I'd like to share with you today. Okay? A lot of details in that books. And if you're interested, go read it. If you're not, just watching my video. Okay? If you don't agree with it, don't watch my stuff. Okay?